Toyota introduced the first Rav4 in 1994, and it was a huge success. More than 53,000 units were sold in the first year. In fact, it was so popular that Toyota decided to make a full EV Rav4 with a respectable 120-mile range at the time. It was sold in California only for one single year, 2002. Toyota saw the potential and the Rav4 started to grow. More features, more space, and eventually more power. From 2006 to 2012, the Rav4 was offered with a 3.5-liter V6, which was a lot of power for a small SUV even compared to the current model. Sadly, this was the only generation the Rav4 was offered with a V6. In 2013, the newly redesigned Rav4 got bigger. Again, more safety features become standard as well as the hybrid versions start to sell. No wonder why the Rav4 became the most popular SUV in America in February of 2020. It passed the astonishing 10 million units sold since its first release back in 1994. Now, this is the latest generation of Rav4, and it's big. There's nothing reminding you of the first generation, as the closest thing to that would be Toyota CHR. In fact, the new Rav4 is as big as the first generation Highlander was. So what? Now let's get more specific. I spent my week in a 2020 Rav4 XLE trim, which offers an interesting package. On one hand, you have premium features like full range cruise control and lane keep assist. On the other hand, you get a simple interior with cloth seats and base infotainment system. Sounds like a valid package, does it? I know you've already liked this video, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see more videos coming soon. Alright, let's get to things that matter. I'm going to compare the 2020 model with the previous generation I drove about 2 years ago. This will also be the most likely generation you will search for on a used market. The size matters. The new Rav4 is large. It doesn't have the compact look the previous generation did. But wait, isn't that what everyone wants, right? Here's the good part though. It rides on the same global platform the new Camry does. So although it looks kinda chunky, it rides somewhat better than the previous generation did, which means that it doesn't feel like a total boat. The second major change is transmission. Now every single Rav4 has a CVT, where the previous generation had a 6-speed automatic. Is that a bad thing? Nah, the CVT gives you better fuel economy, and since most of the Rav4 buyers don't care too much about performance, you're not going to notice how synthetic the shifting feels. What you will notice though is the engine stop-start function, which feels kinda harsh and sometimes nerving. Toyota is using the same engine it has used in many other cars, which doesn't make it bad, not at all. It's just not refined for start and stop function. My biggest problem with the new Rav4 is surprisingly not performance related. It's the plastic. There's too much of it. Rav4 is not an off-road vehicle. It's a city commuter with occasional countryside roads. It doesn't have to look as tough because it's not. I don't want to feel like I'm driving a commercial truck. Toyota did a better job with the more expensive trims which have the gloss plastic inserts. The base trims look kinda ugly. There are massive pieces of unpainted plastic which look cheap. Same goes for the interior. Although the main switches are made of good quality rubber and plastic, the rest of buttons look less attractive. The previous generation interior had a lot of old 2000s looking buttons and switches, but it still felt a lot more warmer and comfortable. What matters the most for the Toyota buyers, except for reliability, are the safety features, and there are plenty of them. So answering the question in the beginning, this is a value package. Although you're not losing much by going with the LE trim either, because Toyota made most of its safety features standard across the entire lineup, which is cool, right? What really impressed me was the full range cruise control and lane keep assist. So even if it's raining, I'm gonna turn it on, right? Okay, we're set it up, and activating the lane keep assist. So let's see what's happening.
Quarter mile, turn right onto North Tryon Street.
Ooh, God. That's some heavy rain. Okay, I feel some. Yes, I'm here. Don't worry. Looks like it's having some issues calibrating or seeing the road. Oh no, it's adjusting. Okay. And see, okay, I'm gonna touch the wheel a little bit so you can see the car in front, and the lanes on the side are being active. Yes, I'm here, I'm watching you. So yep, overall this function works a lot better here in Rav4 than in Altima I had last time. I'm not sure where is Altima's camera positioned. I'm still going straight, yes. And it brakes for me. Right. So the camera is here on top above the mirror. Okay. Please don't smash anyone. Yes, I'm here. Wow. Okay. Here we go again. It's raining. Yeah, it doesn't seem to recognize the line as well as it did before. It still kind of sees it. Okay, I'm still here. So as you can see, the adaptive cruise control works even in heavy environments like this, which is good. But don't be fooled. Don't use your phone while you're driving. This is a good feature on a highway or in a traffic. You're just following the car in front of you, but don't rely too much on it. I know Americans are very excited about self-driving cars, so they can do everything else except for driving a car. So we're getting there, folks, for sure. It's not that accurate in heavy rain, but in the rest of the situations, it does pretty good. Wow, I'm impressed. It still sees the car in front. I can barely see it, but the camera sees it. So there you have it. Toyota made a bold move with the new design, which not everyone might like, but will definitely make it stand out among its competitors. At the same time, the Japanese giant made sure to give its loyal customers what they really want, which is more space, safety features, and comfort. If you have a few thousands more laying around, then try out the adventure trim, which matches better the tough look Toyota is trying to imply. Also, don't forget to choose brighter colors for the interior, as this will spice up the overall feel and will make your presence more comfortable. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Until next time. Not the camera, please. No, don't touch the camera, please. Okay, so you're gonna stay there? Alright, that's gonna work for me.